to run. Mid-game, I think NaVi are going to be kind of okay with the Clockwork pick, but they need more aggressive potential. Like, they need more gap closing if they're going to fight into this, and Night Stalker is a pretty good step.
Yeah.
Hey, Mother, talk to me about the Night Stalker.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything.
He runs at you and kills you. He's a pretty dangerous man, I'd say.
But is it support or core? I think it's support Night Stalker, right?
He starts off with what, 700 HP and 5 armor, pretty much?
No, that's Spirit Breaker.
That's Spirit Breaker.
He starts
I was
off,
testing you.
It's around there.
They could go for a tri-lane here, like Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Night Stalker even. Or Night Stalker mid on Dendi, or Hovost.
And doesn't he play NS?
I think Hovost, NS man, goes way back.
Winter Wyvern. And now, obviously for the side of VP, I believe it was Lil who picked it up the other day. We saw some very impressive plays from the chap on it, and it can be a very scary hero if you know what you're doing with it. We saw, I believe, NaVi actually picked it up in League play before. It didn't go too well for them, but we have seen VP Polar be very successful with this hero before, and you're a bit of a fan of the hero, Draskell.
I like Winter Wyvern a lot. I think it's great synergy with Drow as well. There's also, usually you see this hero combined with something that grants you vision. As of right now, there's nothing really on VP Polar that does that. Like, they banned Bounty Hunter themselves. You know, there's no Rocket Flare like from Clockwork to give vision for the Arctic Burn to be able to deal damage, but there is still some synergy with Drow being able to hit hard. So you can see the benefit of it, and it's actually very good against these kind of tanky frontliners because you can sit so far away, you hit them once, and they lose like 30% of their health. It's very good at stopping sieges, so VP Polar looking to go for more of the control game, I think, and dominate their lanes. Or NaVi, their mid game is very strong if they can find their openings.
For the side of NaVi now, we're expecting them, they still need Dendi's here, I imagine. If they're going to run this Night Stalker and Shadow Demon as a roaming combo with the Leshrac in that core position 1, Clockwork, of course, on the offlane. We're still looking for Dendi's here on NaVi. The side of VP Polar, they still need their offlaner. You're talking about getting the vision there to really utilize Wyvern. Beastmaster's still in this draft, hasn't been touched.
And Beastmaster's okay. I'm actually kind of leaning more towards something like Centaur for VP Polar.
Okay.
Just that one hero who totally changes the dynamic of your team fight, being able to just readjust yourself. Like if somebody gets hook shot, then you just Centaur ulti around it, you try to go in to help him. I mean, you do have Witch Doctor and Winter Wyvern, so you can just cold embrace the person inside of the cogs for a heal, and then you can look to fight around it. But again, it depends. Like maybe VP Polar aren't looking to get that kind of team fight controlling hero. Maybe they don't care about some kind of frontliner initiation, they just want to go full on kite, which can work. I think it's just harder to execute.
I mean, looking at this, at the final 2 picks, if you're NaVi 8 Mother, what are you worried about? You just know there's going to be a Quap and a Drow range. You imagine the Quap's going to be in the mid lane. What do you pick to deal with the Queen of Pain in that lane where you know you're already going to have a hard time because it's a Quap?
I'm not entirely sure.
You could pick Puck for Dendi. It's really nice here.
Yeah, Puck is decent, but she gets wrecked by Quap with the Draw Aura.
Yeah, but everything gets wrecked by Quap with Draw Aura. You're just going to that lane to get 6, and then you try to gank with your NS and your Clockwork.
OD maybe?
Oh, OD could work. But can you actually get in range of the Queen anymore? It's actually pretty hard. Because
you need lane ward at least.
Yeah, need high ground ward for sure.
I don't know what they exactly want to do.
I think just having the capability... Oh,
Shadow Fiend.
That is so risky.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend can get wrecked even harder than Puck.
Yeah, I agree. Like draw a
Interesting.
with Draw Aura. Holy shit, man.
Well, it is a Dendi SF, so if anyone can pull it off.
Safe lane Lesh.
Yeah, I think we were kind of expecting that early on, after seeing the Night Stalker pick.
Yeah, the Vorst and Leshrac indeed. And, well, we'll see the heroes picked up, and the side, obviously, of VP Polar, they finish it up with a Phoenix. So going for that full 5 range strat, obviously to utilize the bonus damage here from the Drow Ranger, and it is going to be the Illidan Drow. So you're safe lane Drow with G on the mid lane Quap. And I don't know, an exciting game here. I'm anticipating. We've got a Night Stalker. It's the way you pretty much ensure that you're going to see a lot of action because it's art style Night Stalker as well, and he's a very aggressive player. And this kind of hero is exactly what you need if you want to go for that kind of play style. Yeah,
NaVi's lineup needs to do a lot though. Like the lanes from VP Polar, in my opinion, are way stronger. Like Drow Aura alone with the Queen means that mid is an automatic win. Your safe lane should more or less also be a win. And during the mid game, I think the Phoenix is going to be a huge deterrent to NaVi because the Night Stalker is, if the egg is available, he pretty much always has to silence either the Phoenix or the Queen. Like those are the 2 highest priority targets, and that's kind of a problem because if you get Fire Spirits off into an egg, you're creating a lot of chaos with a team that is very squishy, but if the egg is out, suddenly you want to attack that instead. And maybe you just take like a ton of damage in the time that it takes you to bring down the Supernova. So I do think the Phoenix pick is very strong here. I kind of favor VP's lineup overall. I think NaVi have to actually outplay to win.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Like the mid lane is gonna be... I don't know. They need to make stuff happen a lot with these supports, like NS Shadow Demon.
Yeah. Sanako casually disrupting himself.
Getting a bit of high ground vision here. He'll send them up. It won't spot anything out as Phoenix has backed up. And the side of Virtus.Pro actually opting towards the bottom rune. And with the game now underway, let's introduce the sides here. Virtus.Pro up against the side of NaVi. I'm OD Pixel, going to be joined by 8mother and Draskell for this game. Draskell, take it away with who we've got playing what on the NaVi.
All right, so NaVi, we got art style here on Night Stalker. Dendi is going to be playing the Shadow Fiend. Sanako is playing the Shadow Demon, and Funnick off lane on his Clockwork, and that does leave Havost on the position 1 Leshrac.
8mother, if you want to go ahead with the pleasure of introducing us to VP.
Sure, on the Winter Wyvern, we got the FNG. On the Drow Ranger, we got Illidan Stormrage. And on the mid lane Copt, we got God. On the off lane Phoenix, we got DK Phobos. And on the support Witch Doctor, we got Lil.
Okay, and lane-wise, as it begins to settle out, it looks like NaVi are indeed going for the defensive tri-lane here, and the side of VP as well, keeping their supports towards the bottom. We're seeing Wyvern actually hang around Quap here in the mid lane, so maybe just trying to ensure that Dendi doesn't get those early Necro stacks up.
They were just doing a bit of de-warding too to check for a high ground ward. It's very helpful to have high ground ward when you're not in a favored matchup. Lets you position around the creeps a bit better, and Dendi is going to struggle against this queen. Like, there's really just not a lot you can do. And the thing that NaVi are going to quickly realize is no matter where they go, ganking is going to be very difficult for them. Like, getting a disruption off into a void is okay.
That was a lovely stun there after the dive. Her force there. Wow.
I don't know if that was an amazing stun or really bad dive timing.
You've got to at least give the mana 5 for that.
Stun. And you got to be greedy, I think.
That timing.
Because that dash should never happen.
Yeah, that was a good stun from Havost.
Really nice stun and a really nice start there for NaVi, getting that first blood under the belt.
Well, he's already had to use his entire bottle.
FNG, is he going to look for the snipe here? Oh, he pops the Q, he's got that extended range. There's nowhere for the current to run.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Jeez.
Empty bottle against Queen of Pain with Draw Aura and level 2 Shadow Strike. Like, honestly, he could just blink on him. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, and
level 2 Shadow Strike, see ya.
Dear god. Lane
did he die,
loss. No, he's not gonna die.
You sure?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure he's not dead.
3 ticks, okay. Yeah. He's like 20 HP.
So, how do you recover from that?
You don't.
You don't.
You really don't.
You stack jungle.
You go Shadow Demon, please sit in woods, stack me mini camps. Hopefully enemy team does not take him.
It's like, I have double stack now, let's go.
If he had Shadow Poison, that'd be way more
It's like
legit.
level 1 race, right?
Yeah, it's just, you could totally do that. Or you buy a Quelling Blade and sit in the medium camp and cut the trees and just sit there and farm that way. And just put Shadow Demon mid.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back here. I don't know what you do.
Dude, that is actually the worst case scenario to lose your courier in this matchup. Like, he even bought a second null. Look at how this is how badly they know they want to win the lanes.
This is ridiculous. I mean, G at the moment, 13 for 11. He's pretty much had perfect performance here in this mid lane.
Did he even go bottle?
Yeah, I think you could still go bottle.
Does he have it? I mean,
no, I think he just went for all stats.
He's still full HP with the salve.
Yeah. I mean, how do you trade? Look at this. He's just getting wrecked. That's 2 auto attacks and 1 Shadow Strike.
And he's out of regen now, Dendi.
And what is the Shadow Demon going to do? He's level 1. He just has Disruption. Like, I was really concerned for the laning phase, but I still didn't think it was going to be this bad. Like, this is just massacre status for mid.
Yeah, this is not great here for Dendi on the Shadow Fiend.
He has 2 CS on this one.
Yes. G has a combined 18 or 19 CS and 13 denies. That is... I don't think I've seen a beating this bad in mid in a very long time.
I think he could dive the tower.
He can, yeah.
But it's a bit risky.
He might go with his creep wave.
Shadow Demon's still on level 1 though. He's got.
Oh, they're going with the FNG.
Yeah, with the Arctic burn over the sidelines. FNG, there's nice disruption there, which will stop the scream coming through. But Seneco's going to go down. Now that turns toward Dendi as well. He's trying to find the return kill on G. He won't find it. He's going to look for FNG here, but FNG, he just takes it. And it doesn't matter. Dendi, he's only FNG on the old Winter Wife just kills him. This, it couldn't be going worse for NaVi.
This is like awful. The Clockwork is getting zoned completely. He's got the Clockwork has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Clockwork has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Mother, please.
This is harsh, man.
Help
this
me.
Hurts.
As a Shadow Fiend player, my soul is hurting for Dendi right now. Because I know how impossible of a situation this is for him.
Yeah, what do you do?
He got his bottle back.
Cop is almost 6 and he's level 2.
I mean, if G had more mana, he could just go aggro, but maybe it's maybe rune control that he wants instead of going for a kill.
FNG sitting over.
Yeah, but they're gonna get top rune at least for NaVi, so they'll force FNG to take the regen, so G can't get it.
And G grabs the regen indeed.
That hurts, man.
backs himself off, and G is, I mean, he's gonna have level 6 in a second, and Dendy just can't come in the lane there because G can just straight up burst him down with his ult.
Oh, if he gets level 6, Dendy dies if he shows, I think. Like, in a 1v1, there's no way. He has tripled his CS in the last, like, minute. It's up at 6.
But he's still just on 6, 4.5 minutes in. Artstell's gonna look to try and go aggressive here onto FNG. The courier will fly over, Hillidan. How's his farming on the Drow Ranger? Pretty damn good. 28 for 8 here on this Drow. So having a final time, and is about to hit level 6 as well. So things weren't looking hard in the mid lane for anyone who dares appear there against the Quap. It's going to be even worse once she's got the bonus added damage from the Aura once Drow hits 6.
Yeah, that's going to be really big timing. I don't know, I think they need to find so many kills with the Night Stalker now, during the first night time.
Who do they kill?
Good point.
The Clockwork kind of needs 6 before they kill somebody, right?
Yeah. Cop is almost 7 as well.
God, this is like...
You have to kill this bottom lane, I think. You have to kill all 3 of them.
Well, top lane, let's try. Will find himself a solo kill here onto the Phoenix, as that goes the way of Horse. Mid lane, they're trying to go on G, but G will be able to blink out.
I actually think they can just go for kills.
He doesn't have silence.
Yeah, there's no
try
silence.
and do something here, but indeed they don't have the crippling fear.
Blinks. Oh,
He's just going to turn around, he picks off Suneko, throws down a dagger on Tarstad, he's going to look for more, he's got the backup of FNG, they might be able to find a second kill, he blinks forwards and he's going to find it. G now with a double kill in the mid lane. 3 kills under his belt before the 6-minute mark, 37 CS, 26 denies. This, I don't think I've seen a Queen of Pain ever get as good a start as God has this game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Shadow Fiend get this bad of a start either.
This is actually like...
But he's recovering actually, pretty well.
He's level 5, so it's still very heavily favored for VP. The one thing they have going for them though is that Havos is farming well and he's gotten 2 kills. So
he's doing really well.
He is the shining light right now of NaVi.
But they need to do so much. They need to like kill all of them or something soon. Cause
oh, G's found Dendy. He's not going to go for it though because, well, Suneko is there. No, G might try and go for it, and he's probably going to find the kill here. Dendy.
He hits way too hard. Oh,
he won the bottle.
They're trying to turn it around. This will be a big if they can find it. They can find it.
Oh, the plays.
Perfect play there from Suneko and Dendy. That's a massive kill there to give to the SF, ending G's killing spree. A lot of gold going to Dendy there, and you got to be careful when you want to go aggressive when you've got this kind of advantage 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's level 2 soul catcher for you. That's a lot of damage, man. Even though it's only level 5 races, so...
Yeah, level 3 race.
Yeah, exactly.
He's level 5, so that's 3. Just clearing it up.
Yeah, I was thinking about how to put that.
I was gonna say level 5 race would be legit.
Yeah.
Hit for like 400 and something damage.
Only Dendy has those.
Yeah. Still though, that was a really big kill for them.
That was a massive kill.
If Dendy died again, like, there's only so much Shadow Fiend can do to recover, right?
Yeah.
So, it is very nice that he didn't die there.
That was very huge, I agree. And clock is almost 6. Leshak is doing well. They can still turn this around for sure. Just how?
I think the Clockwork 6 is really important. They can start picking on the supports. I think that's the way back into the game. Like maybe gank the Drow, the Witch Doctor. Those are 2 heroes that are very easy to kill. You can maybe kill the Phoenix if Artstyle's nearby with a silence too.
Yeah. A lot of people can kill with that. Drow as well.
Yeah, the Drow is a little bit more difficult, but Funnick is closing in on 6.
I guess the one thing, of course, against this Drow, they've got a lot of ways to close the gap between themselves and the Drow. They've got the hook shot, they've got the disruptions to set something off, and they've also got the Night Stalker who's going to be able to run straight into the face of the Drow. And once you're in the face, there's going to be a lot of damage lost for the side of VP. And I mean, NaVi, as you're saying, they've definitely got the chance to recover from the bad start, and Dendy's doing pretty well here. Thanks to that kill, he's clearing up the camps here very nicely in the jungle. And I mean, if we actually have a look at the net worth of the heroes, how far is he behind the Quap? He's only 500 or so gold, so the difference really isn't massive, and Dendy is recovering very well considering the start that he had.
The kill was like 1,000 net worth difference though between the 2 heroes. Like G loses gold, Dendy gets gold, and he continues to farm in the woods while G is dead. So it's a very very big difference.
They're actually the same level now as well.
It's one of the reasons why that snowballing isn't always as easy as people think. Like you give away like 1 or 2 mistakes like that to a very impactful hero like Shadow Fiend, and suddenly you're back to square one. And I mean, he's working his way towards what I imagine is Yules, and he's got Tread's Bracer too, so he's beefed up quite a bit. He's not as easy to burst, sitting at almost 1100 HP with the wand. And now Funnick, level 6 with the hook shot. Could look to make something happen in another lane.
Top lane, Seneko and Havos. They might be looking to see if they can set something up here. FNG in the tree line, and Seneko's going to find him here with a disruption. Do they have the follow-up stun? Havos trying to get himself in position. They will throw out the stun. It will catch him, but now Phobos trying to turn this one around with the Supernova. FNG's going to be fine here, and it looks like NaVi will just have to back off.
They have 4 members up here as well.
Phobos and FNG look to back up for the time being. It looks like they're aware that NaVi have rotated up to this area and they want to keep it safe. They do have, of course, that ward further up, just inside the jungle, so they are seeing this entire movement here from the side of NaVi.
I think the more passive game kind of favors NaVi for the time being, because it gives them time to get to like one item on the Shadow Fiend. I think Yules will be a huge pickup for Dendi. It means he can solo kill the Queen, for example.
Talking about solo kills, G goes in with the double damage in the mid lane. Will be able to clear up Artstyle there, who was just looking for a bit of levels and experience in the mid lane. FNG and Phobos, they found Dendi. Dendi could be in trouble, turning around with the razors here, trying to bring them down low. There will be a hook shot from Funny, but it's going to be whiffed. Won't actually latch onto anything, and G coming in then finishes off Dendi there with the Sonic Wave. And going straight up for the Necro Book, this Queen of Pain.
I think it synergizes really well with the lineup. They already push really well, so having a Necro Book on top of that means you can deward, you can get map control a lot easier, you don't have to buy a gem, you can use it to just kill towers. Like, it's a great item.
Yeah, in general it's very good against Leshrac as well. You can mono burn him, and when he just uses all his AoE, he's gonna blow up the red Necro, so
yeah,
he's gonna take a lot of damage.
I guess the really nice thing about the Leshrac in this game against the lineup of VP is, I mean, other than the Quap, you don't really have heroes that are going to want to rush a BKB anytime soon, so the damage is certainly going to be real for him.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, VP's lineup is more based around like sieging and just controlling the lanes really well. But if they give away too many kills to NaVi, NaVi's aggressive potential is much better than VP's. Like, VP kind of have to play coordinated, all right, we go as 5, or we group up and try to push into a tower. But NaVi do still have a pretty good 5 versus 5 team. I think VP are maybe not as comfortable as they would like to be at this point.
Yeah, they threw away a lot with that Queen of Pain dying, like, here alone. He was just overconfident, I think. And it really didn't pay off.
Yeah, the Soul Catcher, I think, caught him off guard,
yeah,
maybe. Not expecting to take that much damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now Havos' farm, 11.5 minutes, and is looking very tasty indeed with the Soul Booster. And, of course, the Soul Ring as well. He's very close to the Bloodstone.
Yeah, his item timing is insane. He's still actually not highest net worth, which might be more surprising, actually. A Queen and a drop off bottom.
Funny. Being out in place very nicely, and the Death Ward as well.
The range creeps were actually on his team.
Blocking his own hook shot. I mean, it was the only kind of play he could look for. Maybe he could have tried a hook shot back to Dendi, but unfortunately there for Funny, he does lose his life there to the Winter Wyvern and the Witch Doctor combo.
I didn't think about that before, but that combo is actually insane in a team fight. Like, you get a good curse into a Witch Doctor ward with Aghanims, you actually just kill everyone.
Yeah, but the rest of the members don't take full damage.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's true.
So... like, it's
nice
good, but it's not a wombo combo.
I got nerfed, I guess, with the last
But
match.
it's still a good setup for any other AoE stun.
Oh, do they try and garnish G from the low ground? He has got a double damage room. Havos with the damage will be able to blow up the Winter Wyvern there through the Cold Embrace. There'll be a defensive disruption protecting Havos. Can the side of VP fight into this, or do they just back out? They throw the Gust out, and doesn't look like they want to stick around here. And the damage from Havos on this Leshrac certainly real. And well, Leshrac, Winter Wyvern feeling the full force of it in that little fight.
I bet Funnick wishes he didn't waste his hook bottom now.
Yeah,
he would have been able to hook into like 3 heroes if he didn't use it.
That fight right up.
And there we go. That's your Bloodstone complete on Havos. 13 minutes in on the Leshrac. So
I'm surprised a lot of Leshrac players don't go for Edict.
Yeah.
I get why, but I think it's just too good not to get. They'd rather get stats.
I think maybe in this game, it's not quite as good because there's no hero who's really going to be in close proximity to you that much, and it's solely a pushing tool.
Yeah.
Like, there's no hero that's going to be in your face, you know? It's all ranged and a drow lineup, so maybe not quite as effective as it would be normally.
Yeah, that's true. But still, as a pushing tool, it's just very, very good.
Yeah. I mean, their team is kind of mediocre at pushing if you don't have Edict, if you think about it. Like, SF is the only one who really hits towers.
They kill waves super fast, though. Like,
yeah.
Race or Lightning Bolt, whatever.
Oh, the side of NaVi here with a smoke up.
Phobos is ready, though. He's waiting for the rune.
Yeah, looks like Phobos might dispel it, and it certainly will start heads up there. I can see him as he goes down to the low ground, and that's going to give them time to throw down the Soul Catcher and a bit of Shadow Poison down. He's going in, he's maybe looking for the potential Supernova, and there we go. There's a disruption onto the Shadow Demon, but he's only holding himself in place. The massive Sonic Wave coming through, they've taken down 2, with G getting himself a killing spree. The rest of the side of NaVi will back off. Vorst has got himself an
Oh my god.
Does he go for the play here?
Biggest stun of his life.
Is this going to be the play?
Is this going to happen?
They are 2 men down the side of NaVi. Does Vorst want to try and go for this one? He's going to hang around in the pit for a little bit. They found Funnick though. Funnick was looking for a hookshot, but they've lost Funnick now. Now he's just Vorst and Dendi alive on the pitch. He's got to go for the steal, but the Invis Rune. How long's the Invis Rune left for? He's got a little bit of time here.
He has time, but he's going for kills.
Oh, look at this! And everything that blew up! Double kill for a Vorst. They've taken 3 heroes down the side of VP. FNG goes up to the high ground here. G for the high ground, he's out to Vorst. There's a disruption onto your quad. Vorst is still alive. G's going to get taken down on the cliff. 4 heroes fall on the side of VP. FNG is able to TP himself out, but Vorst there with the plays. The amount of damage this Leshrac does 50 minutes in is insane. And now suddenly 15 minutes in, he's got 12 Bloodstone charges. NaVi are going to get the Roshan. What a play there from Vorst.
That was such a game-winning rune. Like, no other rune would have been able to do that. Like,
I've never seen an Invis do that much.
Yeah, that was, like, honestly the best Invis I think I've ever seen.
That was insane.
Shit. Jesus Christ.
I would actually be so sad if I were VP. They're just saying any other rune wouldn't have happened. That was incredible. All right, well, I think the game has now been completely turned.
That was game-changing.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, 3-4 kills? The Roshan?
Yep.
That was a big swing. I mean, the grass won't be showing it yet, but we'll have a look in a minute, and I'm sure it's going to... Oh, okay, it's starting to show. Whew. Suddenly, 5k disappeared.
That's
the thing
is, square one.
This is also a drow lineup for VP, so you're not really looking to scale into the ultra late. You're kind of looking to already be controlling the game by this point. And they've only killed 1 tower. Like tier 1 top, mid are still alive for NaVi. They've only lost their safe lane tower. And all their lane advantage that they had gained throughout the early parts of the game is now gone. Like Shadow Fiend is more net worth than the Queen. Leshrac is leading the board. And yeah, your supports and your Clockwork are a little bit behind, but it doesn't really matter if the Lesh is like gigantic. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned now for VP.
Yeah, it's like the start for NaVi, but that way around.
Yeah.
Oh, Vorst is turning up to the top lane here with Snako as well. VP, they don't want to hang around. There's going to be the lightning slow onto Witch Doctor. Funnick trying to find a hook shot, and he's going to go straight in onto the Witch Doctor. The cask is bouncing between the 2 of them. I think it will get thrown down onto the Clockwork. But Varsdog coming in with the Void, they'll be able to bring down the Witch Doctor. The rest of the side of VP to back themselves out. But now you've got to be very scared of walking into this NaVi lineup because I don't know, man. This pony, he's doing a lot of damage. 13 Bloodstone charges.
I think this might be like the single best Leshrac game I've seen for a long time. Just based off that Invis rune, and like he got 2 solo kills in his lane against a Phoenix. Like that should never happen. I don't even know. This game is crazy.
Oh, FNG here getting the slow here from the high ground onto Vorst. He does of course have that Aegis.
They have egg.
VP, they're ready to defend if the push comes in from NaVi, but NaVi, they smoke up, and it looks like they're going to go elsewhere. Now they're going to look for the wraparound. They know that VP are there defending. They're going to try and wrap around here by the secret shot. The side of VP, though, Phobos leading the way here on the Phoenix. Is he going to dispel the smoke? No, he's not close enough. They're going to continue to wrap around by the Ancients. Can they catch VP off from the south? Now they're going to see GG's dispelled the smoke on them. They know that NaVi's there, and now it's going to be a lot harder for NaVi to catch VP off guard.
Yeah, it's nice for VP that they revealed the smoke. I think that's the 2nd time that's happened. They get a smoke reveal for free, nothing really coming from it.
So Nako's going to be left behind. There's going to be a disruption and a Soul Catcher onto Phobos. G blinking forward. They will be able to blow out the Shadow Demon here with the Sonic Wave. Supernova's been dropped, but the rest of NaVi have backed themselves out of this one.
I think NaVi can go on this. They committed 2 ultis on just the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, they're looking to ring as they're looking for the stun there, but G does blink away. And
Clock has no mana though. He's all out of mana.
Yeah, I think even hooking into the high ground is super dangerous. You don't have anyone who can follow you.
You don't even have cogs. Now he does though. Now he wants to go.
Been bottled up, and there we go, the hook shot straight onto Illidan here. The Gust will still be thrown out, the battery cell has already been popped, and Funnick trying to do what he can against this. They've lost Dendi though, as Lil and G have been able to blow him up, but Vorst is there with the damage. He's able to blow down the Witch Doctor. Funnick, he's trying to juke this one out, running away from the team of FNG, Illidan and DK Phobos, trying to do his best to juke this one out. Yeah, he's gone. There's a TP coming in, but the space is certainly being created. G will finally pick off the Clockwork. But NaVi essentially thrown away 2 big big kills there, and only getting the Witch Doctor, losing both Dendy and Funnick after that one.
Well, Havos finally skilled Edict, so I'm happy with that. I think maybe if he had just maxed out Edict like a normal build, then they might have been able to take the tier 1, because Funnick basically ran, what, 3 or 4 heroes? Yeah. A VP to their tier 2 top lane? That definitely could have been a tower if he just had points in Edict.
Definitely. The problem with Edict, though, is you glyph every single tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Like the change.
What? Another insane stun from Havos! Catches in mid-dive!
What a game he's having, what a game. 5 kills.
Who is this Havos, and why is he not throwing the game?
What have they done with it? Come on. This is...
Okay, he's gonna buy
We're only 19 minutes in. But yeah, I was gonna say that it's not too early to throw. Actually, it's not too late to throw, in fact, so... Keep your eyes on this guy. But so far, he's been having a ridiculous game. 5 kills. Oh, has he got the point booster already as well? No, he's still looking for the point booster, but he's very close to his Aghanim Scepter now, 20 minutes in.
He's going Aghanims instead of Octarine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's actually an insane amount of damage at this early stage. I think it boosted by like 60, right?
Isn't it better to buy Veils?
Damage-wise, yes, but survivability-wise, no.
Are you sure? Because you get armor, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 6 armor from Veil. 5 or 6 armor, something like that. But
I guess the stats are a lot better.
Yeah, it gives you 6 to all stats.
The Veil gives your team more damage. So if you have a lot of magic damage, like...
Yeah, but it's just like raises and him, I guess.
Yeah, and Requiem.
I mean, there's some magic, but I think the overall tankiness of the Scepter might be a bit better.
Yeah, I like Octarine Core as well.
Yeah, Octarine's nuts.
Like Octarine Boots of Travel.
It's actually insane because you never, ever, ever have to go back to base if you have a decently charged Bloodstone.
Yeah, and I really like the Boots of Travel with Octarine as well. Because you get
it's like 33 seconds, right?
Yeah,
something
it's
like
insane. Like
it makes heroes like Naga disgusting.
You can TP twice during the duration of a normal TP scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naga with Octarine is not fun.
He wants to go in onto the Shadow Fiend, but Havorst is there with the 2-man stun onto Lil and FNG. These guys, they need to get themselves out of here before they blow up, and Lil will go down. Surely, no, the video restoration keeping him alive. FNG did go down. Dendy and Havorst maybe getting caught out as Phobos wants to go back in with the Supernova. The Dendy's going to be defensively disrupted, but surely he still goes down. He's able to avoid the stun and complete count. Phobos moving forward, wants to try and find Dendy. He's going to turn his attention to Havorst, and Havorst with the stun. They've blown up DK Phobos. G will pick forward. He will find Dendy, but Havorst here. Now with the Ghost Scepter, they can't kill him. He stays alive. It's a 4-for-1 trade there for the side of NaVi. And even though they lose Dendy, they're going to be so happy with that exchange yet again. Havorst now with 18 Bloodstone charges, completed Aghanim Scepter. Why have we got a camera on me? What is this? What, you don't need, what, yeah, we don't need to see it. Well, this is what we, yeah.
I love how they just cut to Owen, like, shaking a monster can furiously around while he's just like, what is even going on in this game? That was perfect. Oh, couldn't have asked for anything better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this...
Yeah, that disruption, though, that was so perfectly timed.
That
was
just
a millisecond.
Insane.
Yeah, he just got his blink, though.
Yeah.
And then he just blew up the Supernova. It's like, so tight. It was insane.
You know what Twitch chat would be saying right now?
That's what she said.
NaVi's back.
Oh, no, he's back.
No, that, come on. No,
that's what
I would have made a better comment than that. You think that low of me, 8 Mother? God.
You're from Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
have you ever met anyone else from Chicago?
No.
Are you saying there's like some Chicagoan stereotype that you've grown up with? I didn't know this stuff.
No.
Okay.
I just have my own stereotype.
I am a Cubs fan. That's all that needs to be said.
Is that a team or something?
Yeah, it's a baseball team.
Oh, you play baseball still?
No, I don't play baseball. I watch baseball. When I was younger, I guess.
The same with DotA?
Yes.
Yeah. You watch it, you don't play it?
No, I do play.
Oh, you do play?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you call it. 15 to 14 here.
Why am I getting flamed? What the hell?
I wanted to flame someone.
So you just flamed me. I've been so nice today. Whatever.
Today?
Yeah, today.
What about all the other days, Andy?
I made it a special point.
15 to... This is we've got a game on our hands here. We certainly have. I mean, we thought this would be a good one, a close one. And even though NaVi have got quite a sizable advantage with the fact that Havorst is looking so scary, VP... They've still got the potential to take these team fights. Illidan's now picked up a Shadow Blade. He's looking towards that silver edge with the Sanj as well. So if they can get the initiation, I still think VP could take a very, very tasty team fight. They've got the big ults, they've got the Supernova, they've got the Sonic Wave. If they can set it up with a nice curse as well from good old FNG on the Winter Wyvern, it's... I don't know, there's still potential here for the Radiant.
Yeah, I think the VP have to play more reactionary Dota though, which is not really fun in my opinion. Like, I think you want to be the team who can be proactive. The thing is, G hasn't gone for the standard like Orchid build where he can look for solo pickoffs. Book is more, I can split push lanes and I can team fight, but my picking potential isn't really that good. And I think he's also building into BKB after the fact just so he can help defend high ground. Now, if NaVi come fighting towards tier 3s or start pushing, I think VP have the best chance of winning a fight in that scenario, hands down. But if they're just open, like in the middle of the map, NaVi should have the advantage.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to the next Roshan as well. Who gets it, like the fight leading up to it as well. I think that's gonna be game-breaking.
VP, they smoke
like VP
up.
need the Aegis to be able to do something here.
But NaVi
can't give it away.
They're not going to find anyone here, VP. Artstar, he is the closest.
Roshan is up as well. They're smoking Denny into the pit.
This is it. This is going to be the Roshan fight. Other side of VP going to be able to get themselves there in time. They're making their way down across the river.
I think they know already.
Yeah, Phobos is so fast.
Tranquil Zeals, yo.
They've got to get here a little bit quicker, but they're probably having bad memories of what went on there last time with the incident with Avos. And it looks like NaVi might get themselves a free race down to half
Maybe they
health.
don't know. They were all kind of like walking towards bottom for a second and then just decided to like stop in mid.
Here we go, potentially.
Maybe they're waiting for something.
It has to be obvious, so they have so much vision around the river.
They've
Like,
just been, they've got to know. They've got to know. Nighttime's being popped though, and it looks like this will be enough to secure NaVi the Roshan. And VP is so scared.
They want
They
to
just go back
smoke
to tier
now,
1.
but
They
it's
don't
too
wanna go.
late.
yeah.
Like, oh, that's so bad for VP, but they can still come back, I think. But this gives NaVi so much space to just go push, do whatever.
Artstar on Night Stalker, he's less than 900 gold away from his Aghanim's.
But it's more like VP didn't get the Aegis more than NaVi got the Aegis at this point.
Yeah, their
Because
lineup is
VP
supposed to...
needs the Roche. It's what it's built for.
Yeah, in the next like 10 minutes, VP wanted to go high ground.
Yeah.
Like that was their game plan, but they still have to break through like 3 different tier 2s. NaVi even have a fighting advantage, I would say, given their lineup.
Yeah.
Because if VP are pushing in, it makes it a lot easier for heroes like Night Stalker and Clockwork to get in. But if VP are defending their own high ground or defending a tower, then obviously you have the advantage of having 5 ranged and nice positional play with Phoenix and Queen ultis and stuff like that. So it's still a pretty close game. I think the later it goes, though, NaVi, it's kind of hard to say, because I still think NaVi are going to have a really hard time going high ground. I think that's where their lineup kind of falls flat. So they're going to have to like take a team fight outside of the base or get another Roshan and then like brute force it down.
Night Stalker is going to peak with his Aghanims now. He has it in 600 gold, so...
I guess
he's kind of useless later on because he doesn't have miters or anything. So
yeah, but all he needs to do is control vision.
Yeah,
like he goes Aghanims, Octarine, just keeps the map dark forever.
Yeah, and then
suddenly,
like I'm looking at late game, Leshak doesn't go that much bigger. SF with Jules blinked either. He's not super good late game, so
yeah, this is a very mid game build.
Yeah,
that is true. I mean, G went Book, which is still good at all stages in the game.
Yeah.
The Drow went what? Silver Edge, I think?
Silver Edge is complete on
and Dominator.
So he is building more of a late game.
Phoenix doesn't have a Midas either, so he's not farming super well.
I don't know, this is an interesting game, because it really feels like NaVi have a lot of control over the map, but it also feels like they can't really push that effectively if they're going like high ground. Like maybe they can get the outer tier towers. I think that should be like the main priority, because if you know you can't go high ground, you need to at least pressure the map in some way. Make sure the enemy team is not just getting everything while you're just farming.
It's gonna be scary with this Night Stalker Aghanims and nighttime soon coming as well.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck for VP, I think.
A lot of things haven't really gone the way I think they wanted them to.
No. They picked to win the lanes, and it did, and then they kind of threw with the Queen of Pain dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just crazy to obviously look back at the fact that Quap had such an amazing start against the Dendi SF, but it didn't matter as soon as the mid-game started. And the fact that Havors had a great start at the top. You talked about the fact he got 2 solo kills onto the Phoenix, and then just pretty much after that Roshan fight, he's just spiraled out of control now. He's sitting on 2.3k gold on top of the Aghanims and Bloodstone, 28 minutes in. He's looking absolutely terrifying. The Aghanims is now complete also on your Night Stalker. It's on his way out to Artstar.
Yeah, I think the single biggest impact this game has been Havost, which is pretty weird from a safe lane Leshrac position. Like against this type of team, Leshrac actually feels weaker than most lineups because he can't really get in close that easily. He's relying on his team to help him out. And there's the Arctic burn, a little bit of the harass damage coming out.
Yeah, but,
it's interesting. A lot of this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Invisor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's had such a huge impact on the game and like the flow of the game so far.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a rune do that much before.
No.
Like, not even just an Indus, but any rune.
Yeah, I agree. It's like insane.
But it's so uncommon for them to not have sentries around Roshan Pit, you know? Because I think the sentry was placed on like high ground somewhere, and they didn't have one by the pit, so Havos just gets like a get out of jail free card by them not actually having it.
Did they have the sentry on the high ground?
No, I was on the other side of the river. It was like down there.
Okay. Yeah, that was lucky for him as well.
BKB indeed on Dendi as well. Both sides playing a little bit more passive now. We've seen them try to catch each other out with the occasional smokes, but for the time being, nothing too much kicked off.
The Fusel Blade.
Indeed, there's a fair few Ghost Step. I believe on the side of NaVi, who's got a Ghost Step to the moment? Divorce does, and I believe also the Funnick. Yeah, Funnick's got one as well. So a couple of key heroes that would be very nice for Illidan to take down. Obviously been having issues with before.
You can also just purge silence. It's
Indeed,
really nice.
yeah. That's going to help him a lot.
And like your teammates, for example, like if Phoenix or the Queen gets silenced.
Even Shadow Fiend heals. If he tries to combo somebody, you can purge them down.
We might see something kick off here. NaVi. Oh, FVP's going to smoke up.
They saw that.
They did. There is a dire Observer Ward on the high ground. They're going to find the Gust on Snako. Snako will get deleted here. He's out of this fight, and maybe that's enough for NaVi not to want to fight back into it. But then again, Funnick finds a nice hook shot. And Avos is there with the follow-up damage, they could go for it. But it looks like VP are happy with that singular pick-off, and they're going to back off back to the safety of their own half of the map. A couple of big items coming out for the side of VP. Winter Wyvern now with the 4-staff, and also Quat with the finished BKB.
I think the VP are just happy that the Aegis from NaVi didn't accomplish anything. Like, they didn't push a tier 2 or anything. Like, they just kind of walked around. Or did they get they got mid, right?
Mid and bottom.
Yeah, okay. So they did get something, but it wasn't like... I think NaVi could have gotten those towers
tier
anyway.
1s and a tier 2, I think.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad of an
map
Aegis,
control is slipping away from VP and fast. They
But
even
this
have
is-
wards. They have one ward.
This is typical Night Stalker, though.
Yeah.
Like, eventually he's just going to start spamming
There's
his
a
ulti.
gem as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to make it very hard for the Drow really to accomplish that much with the Silver Edge during the night time. They've found GG will be able to blink himself away. As Zavors did try and get nice and close and personal. And Zavors now with the plate mail, looking to work to, of course, that Shiva's Guard, which he's pretty much got enough money for as well to finish off as well. This is an incredibly rich Leshrac.
Is Lotus Orb good here? Cask?
I don't think so. I mean, you can reflect Curse, I guess, if you're
It's
super
the
lucky.
Winter Wyvern thing.
Yeah. I think Hex is maybe necessary.
Shivas is really good.
Like, they need an item to open up for them, like, more. Like, he needs to be able to gap close, and I don't really think you want to go, like, Blink, so having Hex just means that you can get a Hex and walk in.
If this goes super late and Phoenix is Agia, 16 and like Shivas, they can't really kill the egg, I feel like.
Yeah.
They don't have any BKB hero.
Oh, hookshot straight into FNG. FNG will get himself forced out with the Glimmer Cape as well. He's going to keep himself alive. Clockwork gets himself back up to the high ground as well, so no one dying. Both sides being able to disengage. G trying to move forward here, looking for a dagger. Illidan going forward, but there's a Sentry Ward down on the ground, and they're going to turn their attention straight towards Illidan with a stun as well from Avors. Dendi, he's been hit by Winter's Curse. Avors turns and smacks him in the face, going against his own kind. Phobos finds a massive supernova here, as they'll be able to bring 2 down on the side of NaVi. Funnick will be able to TP out, but it's a 2-for-1 so far. Favoring the side of VP. They're going to find Artstyle as well, with G getting himself a triple kill. What a fight for VP there after about 7 minutes there of stagnant play, suddenly hitting NaVi in the face very hard. And I kind of feel it's all thanks to that initial Winter's Curse there that allowed them to get Dendi off the map at the beginning of the fight.
It just showcases why VP's team is so much better defensively than playing aggressive. Because most of the time, when a team fight breaks out, you have a tendency to see a lot of heroes group up in one area to try to focus down a high priority target. And that means that using Winter's Curse in a position where you're actually being engaged on is typically a lot easier.
Oh, Funnick with the hook shot onto G.
He's
going to be able to blink
as well.
He's
super
gone.
Fine.
He's gone, so he's good.
Yeah,
good
but I think VP are always going to look better when they're the ones who are taking the defensive position.
Yeah, that's the problem with NaVi's lineup. High ground. It's pretty common not to have like, you go kind of all in on mid team fights, kills kind of lineups, but
yeah,
you have trouble finishing the game if you're not deathballing super hard.
But I think that's what the Night Stalker pick's kind of for, because if you can't just straight up go high ground, then you need something to actually control the game for a long period of time.
Exactly. Then you can just outfarm them, and you don't get any farm and stuff like that.
But still, the fact that VP are able to push NaVi off their side of the map for a while, it's daytime, they're not feeling too scared, they get a little bit of farming time in. Still looking okay for VP for now.
Yeah, I think they can definitely...
Oh, the clockwork buys
Yeah,
Val.
this is going to be very nice for the magical damage
So
output
good
from
here.
NaVi.
It's
Yeah,
insanely good.
Denzi, he pops the BKB and he'll be running, but the Winter's Curse and the Death Ward combination, bringing the SF down low. He will use himself up, but surely he goes down. Is he going to be able to get himself out?
No, blink.
The Maledict's going to come through after the
BKB.
BKB, and it does get him down. It does tick him. He pops the Witch Doctor Maledict. And that is a very, very nice kill once more for VP. Again,
Where was the Shadow Demon?
this Winter Wyvern setting these kills up.
Yeah,
FNG.
that's basically a roar, like 3 seconds, or like, yeah, 3 seconds of Death Ward killed him straight up. And fun fact, they actually retrieved the gem from the mid-fight earlier. They got it back for free. It was lying on the high ground. But they didn't see it.
I guess there's a lot of chaos going on sometimes,
Yeah.
you just don't see it. You're not always clicking like every single hero, so I gotta say, man, the VP's lineup, I felt like to a degree it would be a lot less effective at this point, but I guess it just depends on FNG, really. Like, he's kind of like the one who decides if the team fight is won or lost. If he gets a good curse, it's like, boom, Witch Doctor drops his ulti right there.
Yeah.
You get huge bursts with the Queen ulti as well and a Phoenix Egg. If his ulti misses, that's like all of their disable.
Yeah.
It's just the Winter's Curse. So maybe just like focus the Winter Wyvern, get a hook shot and like maybe buy like an Orchid or a Hex or something just to stop him from using spells.
Yeah, but like, if you're gonna run in with Night Stalker and silence him, it's not gonna happen. Get Blink Night Stalker maybe?
That would be legit. Pop the ulti with Aghanims, Blink in, Silence. It's
Yeah.
actually not that bad.
Yeah, I agree, I think it's good.
If you have a way, like you need a secondary hero to start the fight though.
Yeah.
Like the Clockwork has to go in with you, otherwise that just fails miserably.
Yeah, exactly. Roshan is up. They're gonna... Well, VP doesn't have vision, so they don't know what's going on.
Well, they're going to head that way at all. VP, they've got 4 heroes towards the mid lane. Phobos trying to get a bit of momentum
Might
going
be
back the way at the
suspecting
top.
it, because they're pushing
It's
top
fishy,
and
yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
So I think they know.
Are they going to try for it though? That is the question. We're going to
think
see them
they're
try and
just gonna
pressure
try
this
trading.
mid lane with the Necro books.
Yeah.
And Navi's just going to be able to take this Roshan for free by the looks of it.
They have to watch out now though, not to get caught. They got a tower mid. Are they gonna get top as well? Yeah, draw aura. That's pretty...
That catapult hitting for 108 damage, no big deal.
That's insane. That's big.
Yeah, 2 tier 2s for an Aegis I think is
That's
actually okay.
But they got cheesed. Like, I think they can maybe finish the game from this point.
But VP's lineup is so good high ground. Like, how do you
Yeah.
actually fight into that? Because the thing is, you actually have to hard commit against Winter Wyvern, and your only BKB hero is going to get cursed like every single time. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do you actually end the game if you're Navi?
They have Shivas and Phoenix now as well. And 16 egg, so... I don't think they can kill the egg. They haven't tried a single time either, so...
Yeah, it's really
If he
hectic.
gets Aghanims, that's gonna be a trouble, I think.
Yeah, being able to save like anyone.
Yeah.
I think G is making his way towards Hex, I'm guessing. Seems to be
Yeah, I
maybe
think so.
one of the better choices here.
I think it needs a Hex refresher.
It's a very interesting game. It's not often you see a lineup with a Drow that actually might have an advantage like later on into the game, but it's also kind of because of the Shrek carry.
Yeah.
I think any other type of carry, this would have been a very different story. And
like,
maybe...
Like the Shadow Demon Night Stalker support duo as well. It's kind of awkward
Yeah.
going into the late game.
Well, Navi, they're going to be able to claim themselves a tier 2 here and maybe wanting to try and push indeed to the high ground. Just get that D-ward out.
Shadow Demon, Aga, break, draw aura and ulti.
I think so.
That's actually huge if it does.
Yeah, I mean, you can just break it by hookshotting him as well.
Yeah, but that's true. But now you don't even have to touch him. You just ult him 3 times in the fight and he's just removed.
Is he close to Aga?
No, he's not building it. He went the
okay.
Glimmer Cape. But
I was gonna say, I hadn't seen his items in a while.
Oh. Navi, they really want to try and break high ground, but as you were saying, it's going to be so hard against this lineup of VP.
Like, Arctic Burn is up every single creep wave, so when you go in to hit the tower, you're actually just taking a ton of damage.
It's only 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually insane for high ground defense. And then if you do commit high ground, you have Winter's Curse, hook shot.
That hook shot onto G, it's very nice, but the BKB is popped straight away by G, and he'll continue to blink and TP
Hey man, that's a
himself
bait.
out of there.
That's a BKB charge baited. Got him.
Off the back of that TP back, the Navi going to look to just push down that bottom lane, get that towards the side.
Then he's getting
Oh,
AC.
VP.
He's almost got it. That's gonna help a lot in the high ground.
Yeah, but they still need to win a fight outside of the base. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They have to abuse their Night Stalker vision so much, hope that they can find, like, one good engagement, find a hero maybe without buyback, or force them to buyback, and then just keep farming, and then try to end the game after they feel confident and having enough item progression. but it's still gonna slow down, I think, a little bit more before we start seeing any real action.
He's almost Aga on Witch Doctor.
Man, that's gonna be so good with Winter's Curse.
That's so huge.
Again, it's gone back to this point of the game where both sides kind of avoiding each other. And I mean, at this point of the game, the passive farming stage, who is that favoring more in your minds?
It's hard to say. I think that VP are kind of at a disadvantage because they have a harder time farming outside of the map because of NaVi is having a Night Stalker with an Aghanims and a gem. But whenever VP feel confident, it's not really holding them back too much. And then NaVi, you want to say that Shadow Fiend getting farm is a good thing, but he's going to have to eventually sell this Blink Yules. Like, he's going to have to go for like straight up right-click items, which means that he's actually losing effective gold in his inventory by having that stuff, and your Leshrac is not going to be able to high ground on his own. So it's kind of like just a deadlock, I think.
Yeah, I think he needed these items to like do something in the mid game, but then they're just dead weight during the late game.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needed them, but now it's like, I got to right-click.
Yeah, he has the AC at least, and Octarine Core and Leshrac. This is like, Leshrac doesn't get bigger than this.
This is the dream.
They gave away the Aegis timer.
Got him.
Oh, nice.
Nice guy FNG there.
Both teams do that anyway. It doesn't even matter. Like, I guarantee you they both knew the timing.
Almost.
Very nicely.
It's very uncommon for a team at this level to not know.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Boom, there it go.
I was going to say, that time's not right, is it?
They fake him out.
Did you say, what, 40 minutes, 49 seconds? It's nowhere near it being up at that time.
No, Aegis ending though.
Yeah.
Oh, he just, okay, cool, okay, ending.
So it's like 40 seconds, 30 seconds Aegis.
Yeah. So, yeah, now we're going to go for this push here. We'll find the final tier 2 from the side of VP, and VP just looking to hold the fort from their high ground, and we've seen them do it very well in the mid lane situation. I mean, how do NaVi go about breaking the base here?
I think it's up to VP getting caught out.
Yeah.
Like that's the easiest way. I'm sure they could brute force with maybe like 2 cheeses and an Aegis, but that's still very hard. I mean, you're going to be fighting into potential buybacks as well.
9.
Yeah.
There we go.
They have to dive the base when
FNG had it down to the second.
He did.
Owen.
Good. That's what makes this guy on one of the best teams in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. This is it's tense because all it really takes is one bad mistake from VP and they can lose. If NaVi are positioned like this and they're always trying to get the next Roshan and they're always playing aggressive, it only takes one death without a buyback for just up game over, you know? It's kind of what we saw earlier when Pasha died without buyback on Lifestealer and then lost racks. Like, they didn't lose straight away, but that was the main cause of them losing the game. So it might just end up being one of those mistakes that could cost them. But if they keep playing this kind of compact style, there is the opportunity for NaVi to outfarm. Just depends on how VP play it out.
There's not a lot of buybacks either. It's only Throw Phoenix and Wyvern.
I mean, that's like your whole team almost. And G is only 600 away.
Yeah.
So
It's true. But Queen of Pain doesn't have it right now. Yeah, it's just really tense, as you were saying.
a lot of it's just going to come down to vision. Who takes the fight at which time. I think VP might feel some sense of obligation to go for the next Roshan. Just because 2 cheeses is kind of ridiculous to fight into.
Yeah.
Like, it's not often that you get to a stage, at least in this patch, where a team has 2 cheeses and an Aegis.
Yeah, if Vost has a cheese or Aegis, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Shot here onto Phobos. He hasn't actually got the dive available either. This could be Phobos going down. He's going to use himself, but he's only going to prolong the inevitable as he'll almost certainly go down here. And yeah, the lightning from Havors does finish him off.
Did his dive get cancelled by battery?
Bottom lane though, they find a second kill onto Witch Doctor.
For farm. Sure.
Yeah, them getting a pick off on the Witch Doctor as well. Now, unfortunately, these picks actually don't do much for NaVi. Like, yeah, you get a kill or 2, but at the end of the day, it's like you're not getting Roshan from this. You're not even getting a tower. You're pretty much just using it as farm time. It's not bad, of course, to kill anybody, but I think NaVi would have liked very much for that to happen maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes into the future. Because then it just means you get Roshan for free.
VP is farming really well. Like, they're farming some. Like, they're not getting super out farm, and they're not dying too much, except for those 2 kills. So I think they're doing really well, but...
Yeah. I don't even think NaVi have the time to force a buyback.
No, and it's daytime, without darkness.
Yeah. The dream is dead.
I think R-Style wished he went for minus right now.
Yeah, of course. But I can understand why he didn't in the early game that they were having. Like, it was a total disaster.
Yeah, that's true. How long as I'm just gonna get minus. See you in 40 minutes.
It kind of begs the question why Phoenix didn't go Midas. Like, even dying, his team was doing so well in the early game. You had every justification for buying Midas.
Yeah, I agree. I think Midas and Phoenix is just too good.
And VP, I was going to say, if they smoked up here, let's have a look, Weapons. What's going on from the side of VP?
The Roshan timer soon, right?
Illidan wants to lead the way in.
They have a sentry.
He's gone past this one, all smoked up. Indeed, they won't be aware of us. They're just on the tip of the vision. And NaVi, they are backing themselves out and away from this one, so it doesn't look like Virtus.Pro.
So this can be really good.
Oh, Dendi's in a really bad spot if he gets hexed. Okay, he blinks.
They might find the Shadow Demon. Yeah, indeed. Hex from the high ground. Did they blink into this one?
No, he waited so long.
He didn't find it. Now Phobos going in. He's going to use himself up, maybe looking for a supernova, but he's getting used up yet again. The Death Ward's been dropped in from the high ground. It'll be a defensive disruption onto her Force. Funnick able to cancel the Death Ward here with a hook shot to the high ground onto the Witch Doctor. Supernova has been laid down, but NaVi, they're not focusing. They're just ignoring the supernova here. A Force will get stunned up, but now from the high ground, Illidan trying to come in with the damage onto the Leshrac. A Force getting himself force-staffed away. G-Blinks forward. They'll be able to bring down her Force. They've lost Funnick here as well on the side of NaVi, and VP, they're losing no one at the moment. Dendi trying to get the punches through, but he's going to get used up, and there's still the side of VP. They've got Illidan, and now he turns his attention to Dendi. Dendi will eat the cheese, has got the Glimmer Cape to buy him some time and space. DK Phobos getting ready to right clicks here. Snako. Arstyle's trying to chase this one down. Illidan doing so much damage. Will find the kill onto Snako. The heal from FNG is protecting Phobos. Looks like FNG might go down, and he will go down here to Artstyle as he picks up a double kill. Phobos now in the retreat. There's going to be a negative earth charge, and now the lightning coming through. The slow catching out Illidan as well. The Shiva's Guard will clip him here with the Void Slow as well from Artstyle. They'll find the stun. They should be able to kill Illidan here. They do find 4 heroes from the side of VP. NaVi, they lose the Shadow Demon and the Clockwork, and I believe... No, there wasn't a buyback, of course. No, it was just a 20-second respawn on the boss.
He bought the second level of bots to come back into the team fight, so...
I think that was really good.
Yeah, in the end...
Worth it.
And yeah,
that looked so good for VP. Like
Yeah.
the Phoenix sitting in the middle of the river, and they're separating the fight on 3 fronts.
Here's the buybacks.
Here's your buybacks. You've got to do something about this push and the pressure that NaVi are applying in the mid lane. They do have the fortification that's been popped. There's still a buyback available on Quap and the Phoenix, but they're probably going to try and hold back on those if possible. They've already lost the tier 3 though, and now NaVi, they just want to fight here. They're going to go straight onto Illidan. They're going to find the stun. Illidan does get himself force-stuffed away, but G buys back now. We'll find the dagger onto Artstyle. Can he chase this one down? He's going to scythe up her Force. Can they kill a Force? The Shiva's Guard from Phobos will catch him, and now the Winter's Curse holding him in position. The damage is certainly real, and they will be able to bring down. He's going to commit suicide here with the Bloodstone. Now he's down for 40 seconds. He is losing these Bloodstone charges that he collected throughout the whole entire early game. Now smoke up straight away from the side of VP. They want to continue to go aggressive or look straight for Roshan, and with 30 seconds there is no Leshrac. This is a perfect opening for VP to go to this one, because they should be able to take it down incredibly quickly here with the Drow lineup.
Yeah, but they also need it. Like, if NaVi got Roshan when they used 4 buybacks on VP, that's just like game over. Like, how do you come back from that? So if they didn't get this Roshan, I think NaVi would have been in an amazing position. Are they going to contest?
No, 10 seconds.
They're down.
With the upgraded boot, he's going to have the upgraded boost.
He can TP on the Clockwork.
Yeah, he just buys back.
Yeah, they're going to look for the hookshot TP, and they're going to go straight into the pit here. FNG getting forced up to the high ground. Phobos does get the supernova off, and there's no one hitting the supernova. It's going to be a successful supernova. The Death Ward as well. There's going to be defensive disruption. It's going to hold a voice. Willem allowed to avoid the stun from the supernova. Now he's trying to get himself out with a Glimmer Cape, trying to bring down Lil. They'll find the kill onto Lil. Artstyle on a killing spree now. Denny getting low here to the right clicks of Illidan. Illidan just standing there shooting away at the ball. Artstyle getting close and personal here with the Drow range. Illidan continues to try and fight up. Snako and a Force, they turn their attentions to him as well. Snako will defensively disrupt himself. Artstyle and a Force going in on Illidan. They do bring him down. It's a double kill here for Artstyle. 4 heroes down on the side of VP. None of them with buyback available. Denzi and Funnick did go down. Now they buy back because they know that this is the opening to force down the mid lane and try and take some heavy structural damage onto the racks in the mid lane from VP, because they've only got a Phoenix.
That was sick play.
That was...
That hook shot with the bots level 2, man.
That's a really nice play.
This patch actually just beat VP.
Yeah.
They just lost because of level 2 bots.
You can do so much with BOTs too. Like,
I mean, do you think this is... I don't think... Is this it?
Well, they got dropped dead for a full minute. It's double racks. I don't know if they'll call GG, but it's going to be double racks.
They've got... Yeah, they're going to have the Wyvern, the Phoenix sub. There's no Supernova, though, then there is no Death Ward here.
Maybe they're back after this. 30 seconds isn't that much time. Yeah. Okay, they're going to go
They have Edict again. There's no glyph. I think they can get
FNG coming out. Oh, Dendi, he's being able to get himself in close to personal first with a follow-up stone onto FNG. FNG will blow up, and now that's your Wyvern down with no buyback for a whole entire minute. They will lose the tier 3 here on this bottom lane. Do NaVi stick around for Rax? I think they do. With only 2 people on the side alive for VP, there's no way that they can hold back against NaVi. NaVi, they take a second set of racks, and they're maybe going to look for mega creeps now. There's going to be a TP out from Leshrac.
Nice TP on his teammate, just to get there faster.
Classic of us. They go for the tier 3 on the top lane. They might be able to mega creeps. Quap is back up, and now G jumping straight in with a Hex onto a Force, but Denny's there with a backup death ward. Gets cancelled straight away by the Yule Scepter. G pops the BKB, trying to right-click down Hardstyle. Phobos looking for the Supernova, but the hookshot stun caught him out. A Force with a killing spree as they kill both G and Phobos. Lil has to run himself back to base. This is going to be mega creeps for the side of NaVi. GG is called. NaVi break the base. 49 minutes in. What a game between the two sides. And oh boy, as long as game 2 is as good as this one, I'm going to be happy, because that was some good stuff.
It was a good game. There was some passivity, I think, for around 10 to 15 minutes, but you can understand why. It was so hard for either lineup to take an engagement. Like, VP were good at defending, but they weren't so good at fighting outside of the map, and NaVi were good at fighting outside of the map, but they weren't so good at ending the game. To run mid-game, I think NaVi are going to be kind of okay with the Clockwork pick, but they need more aggressive potential. Like, they need more gap closing if they're going to fight into this, and Night Stalker is a pretty good step.
Yeah.
Hey, Mother, talk to me about the Night Stalker.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything.
He runs at you and kills you. He's a pretty dangerous man, I'd say.
But is it support or core? I think it's support Night Stalker, right?
He starts off with what, 700 HP and 5 armor, pretty much?
No, that's Spirit Breaker.
That's Spirit Breaker.
He starts
I was
off,
testing you.
It's around there.
They could go for a tri-lane here, like Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Night Stalker even. Or Night Stalker mid on Dendi, or Hovost.
Doesn't he play NS?
I think Hovost, NS man, goes way back.
Winter Wyvern. And now, obviously for the side of VP, I believe it was Lil who picked it up the other day. We saw some very impressive plays from the chap on it, and it can be a very scary hero if you know what you're doing with it. We saw, I believe, NaVi actually picked it up in League play before. It didn't go too well for them, but we have seen VP Polar be very successful with this hero before, and you're a bit of a fan of the hero, Draskell.
I like Winter Wyvern a lot. I think it's great synergy with Drow as well. There's also, usually you see this hero combined with something that grants you vision. As of right now, there's nothing really on VP Polar that does that. Like, they banned Bounty Hunter themselves. You know, there's no Rocket Flare like from Clockwork to give vision for the Arctic Burn to be able to deal damage, but there is still some synergy with Drown being able to hit hard. So you can see the benefit of it, and it's actually very good against these kind of tanky frontliners because you can sit so far away, you hit them once, and they lose like 30% of their health. It's very good at stopping sieges, so VP Polar looking to go for more of the control game, I think, and dominate their lanes. Or NaVi, their mid game is very strong if they can find their openings.
For the side of NaVi now, we're expecting them. They still need Dendi's here, I imagine. If they're going to run this Night Stalker and Shadow Demon as a roaming combo with the Leshrac in that core position 1. Clockwork, of course, on the offlane. We're still looking for Dendi's here on NaVi. The side of VP Polar, they still need their offlaner. You're talking about getting the vision there to really utilize Wyvern. Beastmaster's still in this draft, hasn't been touched.
And Beastmaster's okay. I'm actually kind of leaning more towards something like Centaur for VP Polar.
Okay.
Just that one hero who totally changes the dynamic of your team fight, being able to just readjust yourself. Like if somebody gets hook shot, then you just Centaur ulti around it, you try to go in to help him. I mean, you do have Witch Doctor and Winter Wyvern, so you can just cold embrace the person inside of the cogs for a heal, and then you can look to fight around it. But again, it depends. Like maybe VP Polar aren't looking to get that kind of team fight controlling hero. Maybe they don't care about some kind of frontliner initiation. They just want to go full on kite, which can work. I think it's just harder to execute.
I mean, looking at this, at the final 2 picks, if you're NaVi 8 Mother, what are you worried about? You just know there's going to be a Quap and a Drow range. You imagine the Quap's going to be in the mid lane. What do you pick to deal with the Queen of Pain in that lane where you know you're already going to have a hard time because it's a Quap?
I'm not entirely
sure. You
can
pick Puck for Dendi. It's really nice here.
Yeah, Puck is decent, but she gets wrecked by Quap with the Draw Aura.
Yeah, but everything gets wrecked by Quap with Draw Aura. You're just going to that lane to get 6, and then you try to gank with your NS and your Clockwork.
OD maybe?
Oh, OD could work. But can you actually get in range of the Queen anymore? It's actually pretty hard, because
you need lane ward at least.
Yeah, need high ground ward for sure.
I don't know what they exactly want to do.
I think just having the capability... Oh,
Shadow Fiend.
That is so risky.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend can get wrecked even harder than Puck.
Yeah, I agree. Like draw...
Interesting.
With Draw Aura. Holy shit, man.
Well, it is a Dendi SF, so... If anyone can pull it off.
Safe lane Lash.
Yeah, I think we were kind of expecting that early on, after seeing the Night Stalker pick.
Yeah, the Force there, Leshrac indeed. And, well, we'll see the heroes picked up, and the side, obviously, of VP Polar, they finish it up with a Phoenix. So going for that full 5 range strat, obviously to utilize the bonus damage here from the Drow Ranger, and it is going to be the Illidan Drow. So your safe lane Drow with G on the mid lane Quap. And I don't know, an exciting game here. I'm anticipating. We've got a Night Stalker. It's the way you pretty much ensure that you're going to see a lot of action because it's art style Night Stalker as well, and he's a very aggressive player, and this kind of hero is exactly what you need if you want to go for that kind of play style.
Yeah, Navi's lineup needs to do a lot though. Like the lanes from VP Polar, in my opinion, are way stronger. Like Drow alone with the Queen means that mid is an automatic win. Your safe lane should more or less also be a win. And during the mid game, I think the Phoenix is going to be a huge deterrent to Navi because the Night Stalker is, if the egg is available, he pretty much always has to silence either the Phoenix or the Queen. Like those are the 2 highest priority targets, and that's kind of a problem because if you get Fire Spirits off into an egg, you're creating a lot of chaos with a team that is very squishy, but if the egg is out, suddenly you want to attack that instead. And maybe you just take like a ton of damage in the time that it takes you to bring down the Supernova. So I do think the Phoenix pick is very strong here. I kind of favor VP's lineup overall. I think Navi have to actually outplay to win.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree. Totally. Like the mid lane is gonna be, I don't know, they need to make stuff happen a lot with these supports, like NS Shadow Demon.
Yeah. Sonico casually disrupting himself.
Getting a bit of high ground vision here. He'll send them up. It won't spot anything out as Phoenix has backed up. And the side of Virtus.Pro actually opting towards the bottom rune. And with the game now underway, let's introduce the sides here. Virtus.Pro up against the side of NaVi. I'm ODPixel. I'm going to be joined by 8mother and Draskell for this game. Draskell, take it away with who we've got playing what on the NaVi.
All right, so NaVi, we got art style here on Night Stalker. Dendi is going to be playing Shadow Fiend. Sonico is playing the Shadow Demon, and Funnick off lane on his Clockwork, and that does leave Havost on the position 1 Leshrac.
8mother, if you want to go ahead with the pleasure of introducing us to VP.
Sure, on the Winter Wyvern, we got the FNG. On the Drow Ranger, we got Illidan Stormrage. And on the mid lane Copt, we got God. On the off lane Phoenix, we got DK Phobos. And on the support Witch Doctor, we got Lil.
Okay, and lane-wise, as it begins to settle out, it looks like Navi are indeed going for the defensive tri-lane here, and the side of VP as well, keeping their supports towards the bottom. We're seeing Wyvern actually hang around Quap here in the mid lane, so maybe just trying to ensure that Dendi doesn't get those early Necro stacks up.
They were just doing a bit of dewarding too to check for a high ground ward. It's very helpful to have high ground ward when you're not in a favored matchup. Lets you position around the creeps a bit better, and Dendi is going to struggle against this Queen. Like, there's really just not a lot you can do. And the thing that Navi are going to quickly realize is no matter where they go, ganking is going to be very difficult for them. Like getting a disruption off into a void is okay.
That was a lovely stun there after the dive. Her force there. Wow.
I don't know if that was an amazing stun or really bad dive timing.